A lot has already been said about SIMUCUBE's ActivePedal Ultimate and ActivePedal Pros. However, I'm a firm believer that for a good pedal, you also need a firm foundation. This becomes particularly pertinent when you consider that the ActivePedal Ultimate and the ActivePedal Pro kick out 170 kilograms and 110 kilograms of force, respectively. There are a multitude of mounting options available because the SIMUCUBE Active Pedals are very versatile with their mounting solution. You could choose to mount them directly to aluminium profile and that will work absolutely fine. You could choose a third-party universal mounting plate and that will work fine. But if you want the complete SIMUCUBE experience, you can consider the SIMUCUBE Baseplate. This is my review. Before we start, I want to make it clear that SIMUCUBE sent me this baseplate for the purpose of this review. They do not influence the video at all, they do not see the video before you, and all thoughts are my own, completely unfiltered. Let's have a quick look at a hardware overview. The SIMUCUBE baseplate is modestly priced at €200.80. It weighs 4.2 kilograms and offers you 25mm of vertical heel plate adjustability, so you can adjust your heel to the exact right height for your pedals. It is sized at 556mm by 391mm by 65mm, and importantly, because if you just have one pedal, it is compatible with other third-party pedals, so if you want to combo your ActivePedal Pro or Ultimate up with another pedal and then build onto the ecosystem maybe in the future, you can do that with this baseplate. Let's talk about build quality. Is this well constructed? Is it any good? If you want to see an in-depth build guide and also how to mount the SIMUCUBE baseplate onto a pedal slider, I will leave a link at the top of the video right now and also in the description below for a more detailed dive into the construction process. However, from an ease point of view, this was very easy to put together. I thought that the parts were well constructed and nothing was missing. I would like to make a comment about the aluminium profile provided. In comparison to a lot of other competitors, this is a lot higher quality. As you can see, you've got these inbuilt chrome recessions in order to mount the baseplate, and also they're pre-tapped and pre-threaded, which means you can basically just screw directly into the ends of the aluminium profile, making it very, very easy to put everything together. What I love about this baseplate is the simplicity of pedal mounting, and you just use T-nuts and go straight into the aluminium profile, which arguably would be the same as if you're using standard aluminium profile just on its own, but this is in a much nicer package. You simply slot the T-nut in, put the pedal on, and then secure it with an Allen key. Easy peasy. 2 points I would just like to briefly mention. When first handling the heel plate, I did feel it was a little bit thin and potentially a little bit flimsy. However, once tightening everything up and once I've used these pedals a fair bit, there was no cause for concern. It actually supported my heel absolutely fine. As you can see from this top-down view, if you have 3 pedals mounted side to side, there isn't a lot of room for maneuverability with regards to width. You are fairly constricted. I have found this is absolutely fine for my use case, but it would have been nice just to have this baseplate a little bit wider, just to have that extra bit of adjustability, but it's a minor criticism and maybe there'll be options for this in the future. Let's get to the most important thing. What are they like to drive with all the pedals mounted? As you would suspect, the baseplate is rock solid and stood up to a lot of punishment when trying to max out the possible pressure with the brake pedal. This is also aided by the fact that each pedal has 6 points of fixation you can utilize when attaching them to the baseplate. A feature I really enjoyed was the ability to fine-tune the heel rest height. This really appealed to my obsessive surgical nature and I could get it exactly how I wanted it for my driving position. So the question is, should you part with your hard-earned cash for this baseplate, or just make do with the universal baseplate from another brand, or indeed just whack it on a straight piece of aluminium profile? Personally, I think this completes the overall SIMUCUBE experience, and let's face it, the price of these is just a drop in the ocean if you've already invested in the ActivePedal ecosystem. Other mounting solutions will work absolutely fine, but when you combine the ease of mounting and the overall aesthetic of the SIMUCUBE baseplate, I do think it's worthy of consideration. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Will you be picking up the SIMUCUBE baseplate, or what other mounting solutions will you be using to mount your ActivePedal Pros or Ultimates to your sim rig? If you found value in this, please consider liking and subscribing, and for all that sim racing good stuff, keep it a TTR.